Good morning. You're watching PA Harness Week. From the drivers to the trainers to the big money races, this show has all of your harness happenings right here on racing's fastest paced half hour. I'm Charlotte McBride, joined by Heather Vitale.
It is awesome August, everybody. Oh, the sun is out, lots of warm weather, but more importantly, we have hot standardbred action.
That's right. We have a lot going on this week's show. Here's what you can expect to see in this next half hour. We'll head to the Meadows in western Pennsylvania for the world-famous Adios Stakes. We'll also talk to the winning driver of this prestigious event. Plus, you'll meet one of the top harness racing announcers in the game, Mike Bozich. And who is going to win today's Hambletonian? We'll ask an expert about this famous horse race. All this, plus the top races from the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono and Harrah's Philadelphia, next on racing's fastest-paced half hour. And we kick off this week's show with the $400,000 Delvin Miller Adios pace for the Orchids at the Meadows. Roger Houston has the call.
Into the turn they go. We got 5 in and 4 out, and they're not even to the halfway point as yet. On top, Dorsoduro Hanover has the lead. So far, Matt Kakaley getting his fractions. The half, 55-1, 28-3. Second panel. To the backside they go. Dorsoduro Hanover with the lead. On the outside, American History is there second. Hitman Hill pacing third. On the outside, Dunwell fourth. GD Western Joe fifth. Sixth on the outside. Think big, dream big. They're going to be stepping from here at the 3/4 mark. 1:22-3, 27-2 backside. Around the final turn, Dorsoduro Hanover the leader. On the outside, American History racing third. At the pylons, it's Hitman Hill, destined for the lightning lane. Through the stretch, Dorsoduro Hanover has the lead. On the outside, American History. Dorsoduro Hanover, Matt Kakaley wins the Adios!
Dorsoduro Hanover is looking good in purple. Definitely his color. He brings home that big old blanket of orchids after that 150-1 effort. Now, trainer Mickey Burke has actually won an Adios before. However, his son Ron, who's the head of the Burke Brigade now, this is his first Adios, so congratulations to them. And I actually want to say congratulations to the owners because they're the ones who pay the money for the high-priced yearlings and pay all the stakes payments. So, way to go to Burke Racing, Libby, Purnell, and Silva. Also, Weaver Buscemi and the Wingfield 5, a couple of guys in the Wingfield 5 stable, they're brand new horse owners. So very nice. I got to catch up with the winning driver, Matt Kakaley, about this very important win. Matt, congratulations. How does it feel? It's your first Adios, right?
Yeah, really good, really good.
So tell me about this horse. He was the beaten favorite in the elimination and then goes into the final as the favorite. So what was different?
You know, in the elimination, he was parked, you know, a long way to get to the front. Then he had pressure down the backside. He probably, you know, everybody probably thought he went the best mile of all the other horses. I know I thought he did. You know, I was looking forward to the final because I thought he raced super in the elim.
What kind of horse is he to drive?
Perfect. You can do whatever you want. He, you know, he can lead good. He races good off a helmet. He can do whatever I want. He's good.
Now, I've seen him race and cross the finish line in 47, but not win in 47. Is there a victory in 147 for this horse?
Without a doubt. He's gonna win a couple more big ones. He's a good horse. I'm excited for the rest of the year.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And you should be excited because talk about the accident a little bit. I mean, this is like a miracle with you standing in the Adios winner circle, right? It was
an emotional win for me. He, you know, he stepped up for me to win after that accident. You know, I was pretty worried. I was scared there for a few days when it happened, but I came back good. I feel good, and it was special to get back in the winner's circle.
We are so happy to see you back in victory lane. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Heather. Coming up later in this show, we'll have another historic Adios in our Blast from the Past segment. And coming up also in this week's show, we'll have more on today's Hambletonian. We'll hear from an expert, and we'll take you to some of the greatest races this week at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Tequila Monday, now getting hounded by Shartin on the outside.
The excitement is back. Breeders' Crown. America's $6 million championships return to the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono, where racing's greatest champions are crowned on one unforgettable night. and a brand new chapter in racing history is written. Breeders' Crown, Saturday, October 27th. The journey, the pursuit of greatness, all comes down to this.
The world is full of compromises, but not here. Not on this stage, not in this race, not in this sport. Every bet is a hope. Return on investment comes in seconds. This is harness racing. We welcome you to the Harness Racing Fan Zone. See it all for yourself. Feel it in all the passion. Share that experience with others. The Harness Racing Fan Zone puts you in the driver's seat.
Welcome back. You're watching PA Harness Week. Later today, the Hambletonian steps off from the Meadowlands. And later this year, in October, you'll see a lot of those contenders at the Breeders' Crown held at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono.
That's right, and I caught up with a man who knows a thing or two about winning a Hambletonian. Todd Schadel and I are going to discuss some Hambletonian handicapping hints, but before we get to that, we think it's worth mentioning that Todd has had a Hambletonian experience in 2005 with Vivid Photo. So tell me about that trotter and tell me about winning that race.
Well, winning that race was something special. That's something you just don't get to do every day. You know, very special race to win.
We'll move on to the Hambletonian this year. We've got 18 three-year-old trotters. They're split up into 2 eliminations. They race that day, come back later for the final. The lucky ones, or the fast ones, do anyway. So we've got a filly this year, Atlanta. Tell me, what do you think about the filly going up against the boys?
Well, she definitely has a good shot, but, you know, racing against the boys in 2 heats is real tough. You know, it's hard on them.
There hasn't been a filly win the Hambletonian since 1996 when the Great Continental Victory did. What about Wolfgang? He's one of the favorites, and he's a Jimmy Takter trainee, and Jimmy's got 4 in the race, and he's lately raced. So does that help Wolfgang?
Well, he looks like he got a very good shot, you know, and it might help him. He should be coming to it real fresh.
And also there's Six Pack. Aki Svanstedt is the trainer. Six Pack's a world record holder, so he's got the speed.
Right. I think Six Pack is another one that's got a very, very good shot. He's been a very nice horse, and he's raced some big miles already.
I got to put you on the spot a little bit. If you had to choose right now, Atlanta, Wolfgang, or Six Pack, who would it be?
I think I'd choose Six Pack.
Okay, all right. We're not telling everybody to bet the farm on this, right?
No.
But hey, put a few dollars down. The Hambletonian is fun to watch, right?
Oh, it's awesome to watch. Awesome.
And we want to mention too, simulcasting. We've got it at both of our Pocono track. We've got it here at Harrah's Philadelphia, right? Tell the fans to come on out and play some on the simulcasting.
Exactly.
This week's Race of the Week comes from the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. It's the Great Northeast Open Series featuring the top pacing mares. This is race number 10.
The half mile, 54 seconds even. They are blazing their way down the back stretch here, and it's Tequila Monday holding on to the lead. Here comes Shartin and Tetrick beginning to rush up the 4-5 favorite. First, running outside, challenging for second. Caviar Alley in the pocket third. Then comes Call Me Queen Bee and Diva's Image. 3/4 in 1:21 and 2. Moving around the final turn, Tequila Monday now getting hounded by Shartin on the outside with Caviar Alley, and they're at the top of the stretch. Goodell doing all he can with Tequila Monday. On the outside, Shartin with Caviar Alley and Call Me Queen Bee. It is still Tequila Monday. Shartin, a final surge down to the line, and the winner is going to go to Tetrick.
Shartin, who just came to America like late last year, ends up winning in impressive style in here. In 1:48.4, she does it first over. She battles with Tequila Monday down the stretch, gets up in the final stride. She's driven by Tim Tetrick for trainer Jim King Jr. And now, as of today, like right now, on a Saturday morning, she is the richest horse, okay? Any sex, trotter pacer in North America for 2018. She's won over $590,000 this year alone. So now we've got Breeders' Crown coming around the corner at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono in October. She is not eligible for the Breeders' Crown. So guess what? Her owners, Rich Bellucci and Joanne Looney King, are seriously considering supplementing her for a mere $30,000 so that they can take home a crown this year. So good luck to them.
Speaking of $30,000, we now have the $30,000 race from the Great Northeast Open Series for trotters. The favorite in this one, Homicide Hunter. And you'd be the favorite too if you won your last 5 races.
Simon Allard and Small Town Throwdown holding on to the lead by a line. Pocket Trip, Satin Dancer is second, followed then by Throw My Chip third. Also, Homicide Hunter will now grab second over cover fourth. PL Ichabod down along the inside fifth. Gap of 2 lanes back to Dason, and Fraser Ridge drops back to last, heading by 3/4 in 1:23 and 4. Moving around the final turn, and Allard trying to get 3 here tonight, and it's Small Town Throwdown still in front and still the one to catch here, and they're at the top of the stretch. Homeward down, Small Town Throwdown still in front by 2. Satin Dancer is chasing second, followed then by Homicide Hunter, who doesn't have it tonight, but it will be Simon Allard and Small Town Throwdown.
Small Town Throwdown.
Nice accent.
Yeah, I know. And I'm actually from Delaware. I should do better than that, right? Well, he was anything but small in this race. He wins in 1:51 and 1. That's a lifetime best for him. In fact, he was not small, he was huge. Isn't that's my cousin Vinny, I think?
Yeah,
he was huge, right? Simon Allard is in the bike for his trainer / brother, Renee Allard. Ending up finishing second in here is Satin Dancer. Third was Homicide Hunter. The Urban Dictionary defines a brain twister as a problem that cannot be solved, okay? But I have faith in our viewers, yes, that they are going to get this. All right, so here's our brain twister.
Okay.
How many horses can fit in an empty corral?
Good question. We will have the answer for you when we come right back. We have to take a quick break, but coming up, we'll have the best races from right here at Harrah's, Philadelphia, and we'll get to know the track announcer from here at Harrah's, Philadelphia, Mike Bozich.
Kings County is 5th, Dorsoduro Hanover races 6th, Cantab Fashion is 7th, and Dorsoduro Hanover for all intents and purposes.
At Mohegan Sun Pocono, the colors shine a little brighter. The meals are just a little tastier, and the slots a little hotter. When you're here with great friends, the good times seem to last a little longer, and you just may feel a little luckier. Best of all, it's all a little closer, so you can shine on anytime you like. Shine on, Mohegan Sun Pocono.
The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, changing lives since 1976 by providing unforgettable experiences while educating young racing fans. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, hands-on equine learning at camps across the country and driving exhibitions. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, providing scholarships, leadership programs, career and college information. Support the Harness Horse Youth Foundation. Log on to hhyf.org and find us on Facebook. The Harness Horse Youth Foundation, growing our future with enthusiasm.
This message is brought to you by the more than 23,000 folks all across the Commonwealth, your friends, your neighbors, who proudly earn their living in Pennsylvania's horse racing and breeding industries. Each year, horse racing provides well over $4 billion in economic impact statewide, and horse racing is directly responsible for jobs, tens of thousands of solid, good-paying jobs. In Erie, Harrisburg, Philadelphia, everywhere you look. Horse racing in Pennsylvania, it's a winner.
Welcome back to PA Harness Week. Before the break, Heather gave us a brain twister, and now she has the answer.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how many people have their brain really twisted about this, because I know that I did, all right? Okay, so how many horses can fit in an empty corral? 1, because after that, it's not empty anymore.
So good.
So good.
Now it's time for our race of the week from right here at Harrah's, Philadelphia. It's race number 11, and the one and only Mike Bozich has the call.
12 lengths front from back. Doubts My Goats, the pace setter. Mr. Sensi, a watch behind second. Speed Again races third. Messi starts up to the outside, flushed by Bully Pulpit on their way to the half. Fashion by the Beach takes up third over position. Brayliano was going to attempt to shoot the gap. And trailing the field, still Annihilator. Halftime 55-3 to 29 for the quarter. They race up the back stretch. Doubts My Goats by a half. Messi applies the pressure now second with Bully Pulpit right behind him third. Inside fourth, Mr. Sensi. Third up to the flow. Fashioned by the Beach as they near three quarters. Speed Again with a helpless shuffle. To back to Annihilator. And the trailer is Brayliano. Around the turn they go. Messi being driven. Inside, Doubts My Goats is trying to counter. Up on the outside. Bully Pulpit now with clear sailing, three quarters, 122-4, and now Mr. Sensi angles off the 3-hole as they come to the top of the stretch. Messi on the inside, outside Bully Pulpit. Mr. Sensi moves up into third. They straighten away for the stretch drive. The inside Messi, outside Bully Pulpit. Mr. Sensi is widest out mid-stretch. Bully Pulpit narrowly. Messi is digging down. Bully Pulpit, Messi up the inside down to the finish. Bully Pulpit over Messi.
Bully Pulpit gets away fifth and then comes second over to win in a seasonal best of 150-4 with Superbred in the sulky, and Superbred is a code name for driver Brett Miller, of course. Congratulations to winning trainer Mike Dowdle.
And now it's time for another exciting race, one deserving of our Oh My Gosh headline. It's from right here at Harrah's, Philadelphia. It's race 13 from last Sunday, and it features a very familiar face in the winner's circle.
Three across the track as they are really battling. It's a big skirmish up top. Three back to Pam's Legacy fourth. Zero the Hero drops down fifth shy of the quarter. Then Charger Blue Chip followed by Hello Hot Shot. And Osiris Blue Chip's back with the group. 27 seconds for the opening quarter. And Casino Banks Carlo was stretched out to get that lead, but does have it. Bernardo releases for pocket position second. Scotty Lomont down to home third with 5/8 to go. Pam's Legacy's in line fourth. Zero the Hero starts up to the outside fifth. Charger Blue Chip looks to follow cover. Hello Hot Shot looks to save ground. And third up into the flow is Osiris Blue Chip at the half. Casino Banks Carlo up top, 56-2. Bit of a rating there for Casino Banks Carlo. Leads it by a length. Fernando watches the action from the pocket. Zero the Heroes trying to sustain that first over bid. Scotty Lomont is shoveled to the inside fourth. Charger Blue Chip goes up with cover fifth now, and Osiris Blue Chip made a break again, pretty much the exact same spot. Towards the inside sixth now. Pam's Legacy, Hello Hot Shot to the outside. They round the final turn. Casino Banks Carlo, Zero the Hero moves up now to stick the neck in front at big odds, 124-4. Zero the Hero on the outside. Casino Banks Carlo looks to counter. Charger Blue Chip continues to milk cover. Brett Miller shows him some racetrack. Fernando awaits room, angling and going four wide. Scotty Lomont, furious finish coming there on the straight. Zero the Hero inside Casino Banks Carlo. Charger Blue Chip far outside. Scotty Lomont. Charger Blue Chip trying to sweep on past, and he will. Charger Blue Chip wins.
With the favorite making a bobble at the start of the race, it totally opens up the gates for Long Shot City. We see Brett Miller winning again in this one with a second over journey again, but this time it is Charger Blue Chip who wins, taking his first win of the year in 153-2. He pays $30 to win. Now, this is the OMG part. Finishing second is Zero to Hero. The Exacta pays $511.40. Two words, cha-ching. Now, we just heard that exciting race call from Mike Bozich, and Charlotte McBride caught up with Mike to learn about how he got into the business and his favorite things about his job.
Kings County, Kings County, Kings County, Dave Miller, Dave Miller, Dave Miller.
I am here with Mike Bozich, the track announcer here at Harrah's, Philadelphia. Mike, we want to get to know you today. How did you get started in doing this?
Well, it's a long story. I actually got started doing greyhounds down in Birmingham, Alabama back in the late 90s. I also got involved in radio, and in 2004, Hazel Park in Detroit, Michigan was looking for an announcer, and I applied, and it was all history. Got started right there.
And how many years have you been doing this now?
Probably for about 20.
Wow.
Yeah, between dogs and horses, about 20 years.
Biggest challenges of the job?
Biggest challenges of the job is repetition, trying to make things fresh and new, trying to figure out different ways to describe the action. I think that's pretty much the biggest challenge, is just trying to keep things fresh.
There off and trotting. Bit of a slow start from Todd Hanover. Cantab Fashion drives up wide and between rivals Explosive Magic as they round the turn. Holiday Hangover comes away 5th by a length, and it's Kings County, followed by Hanover. And Machado Hanover's back with the group about 10 lengths off the lead and making a break going off stride.
And you mentioned keeping things fresh. How do you keep everything straight? How do you keep all the horses' names straight?
It's a lot of memorization. You know, during the post-parade, you kind of memorize the horses. I mean, it does help because you see a lot of the same horses week in and week out. You also memorize drivers' colors, and you compare the drivers with the horses in case you can't see the saddle pad during the race.
So how many hours do you put in a day to do this?
Not many, not as many as I used to. I used to color, the driver soaks in, used to do a lot of different things. But, you know, as you get experience, you know, you kind of just get used to things. So probably just about 5 or 6. I'm going to get here about an hour before the races, look over the program, and kind of do a lot of the memorization during the post-parade itself.
Do you get nervous for the really big races?
Absolutely. Listen, the butterflies are still in the stomach, and you know what? No matter what job you are, when you got a big thing going, if the butterflies still aren't in your stomach, then you know what? You're not doing something right.
I can tell you love your job. Why do you love your job? What is it that makes you love this job?
Because it's not a job. I mean, it's a love, and I think that's synonymous with a lot of people that are involved in the sport of harness racing. Everybody loves the business, no matter what they do, and it's a passion, and it's certainly a passion of mine.
Kings County Holiday Hangover's battling back. Kings County Holiday Hangover down to the finish. It's Kings County.
Have you ever had an embarrassing moment on the job?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, it was one of my first race calls at Birmingham, calling dogs. I was calling the race, and I was so excited because I thought it was a really good call. The general manager from the Birmingham racecourse came down and said, "You know what, Mike, that was a great call. Too bad your mic wasn't on."
This happens to us in TV sometimes.
Absolutely. So, you know what? Honestly, what I learned from radio is you always have to assume the mic is live. I guess I should have assumed the mic was live then because the mic was actually dead.
So you've been doing this for 20 years. How many more years do you see yourself doing this?
As long as they'll have me. I mean, I love my job. I love the business first and foremost. And as long as I can be involved in the business in any capacity, I'll keep chugging.
Well, you're great at it, and we hope you do it for another 20 plus.
All right. Thank you, Charlotte.
There's a lot of great racing on tap this weekend here at Harrah's Philadelphia and at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono. Here's a look at your live racing schedule. The Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono has exciting live harness racing Saturday through Tuesdays. Each evening, the post time is at 7 p.m. And at Harrah's Philadelphia, there is Sunday racing with post time of 12:40. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, the first race post time is at 12:25. We have to take a quick break here on PA Harness Week, but when we come back, we have a blast from the past you won't want to miss, and we'll tell you what's trending.
The leader is Beach Towel, passing his end for the first time. In the pocket is in the pocket second.
At Mohegan Sun Pocono, the colors shine a little brighter. The meals are just a little tastier, and the slots a little hotter. When you're here with great friends, the good times seem to last a little longer, and you just may feel a little luckier. Best of all, it's all a little closer, so you can shine on anytime you like. Shine on, Mohegan Sun Pocono.
It's Mac Lobel, and he's pouring it on.
It's Niatros by 4, and he's going away.
The Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, a place where heroes come to life, preserving harness racing's treasured past while promoting its exciting future. And now get ready to harness your excitement with the thrill of harness racing's 3D simulator. The Harness Racing Museum and Hall of Fame, now offering free admission. Bigger, better, bolder than ever.
The excitement is back. Breeders' Crown. America's $6 million championships return to the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono, where racing's greatest champions are crowned on one unforgettable night. And a brand new chapter in racing history is written. Breeders' Crown, Saturday, October 27th. The journey, the pursuit of greatness, all comes down to this.
Welcome back to PA Harness Week. It's now time for our Blast from the Past segment. Now, don't mind the video. We know it's old, but it's from 1990. This is the Adios race you don't want to miss, and it's taking us to the beach.
Beach Towel's the leader as the race to half. 55-1, second quarter in 29 seconds. In the pocket, racing second. King Gypsy is third. Scoot on a reach, fourth on the outside. Racing fifth, Spirited Style. Up on the outside, Road Machine trailing the field. Global Assault. Down the backside to the three-quarter mark. Beach Towel leads the way. In the pocket is second. Scoot out of reach is up and moving on the outside. Now second and after leader. Beach Towel. Three quarters. 1:23 4. 28-3. Backside. Beach Towel leads the way. Scoot out of reach on the outside. In the pocket is locked in with nowhere to go. Global Assault on the outside. Less than an eighth of a mile to go. Beach Towel in the pocket is out and moving. Down the stretch they come. Beach Towel in the pocket. Global Assault. It's Beach Towel winning the Adios.
Thank you again so much to Hall of Famer announcer Roger Houston for that call. Now Beach Towel wins that 151-4. It is a world record for a second heat. When the Adios started in 1967, they went 2 heats in one day. Then in 2008, what they did was they had the eliminations one week and the final next week. So, sorry, I like my trivia, you know. Anyway, getting back to Beach Towel, he was voted the 1990 Horse of the Year. So he had a spectacular season.
Here on PA Harness Week, we like to keep you up to date on what's trending on the internet, and this one is just too cute not to show you.
Absolutely. We might have a show about horses, but we've got a total ham for this one. All right, breeder Juliana Edwards posted this adorable filly named 19 Crimes who knows how to put on a show for her adoring public. And then when Juliana goes to take a selfie with the mare, Harrah Hanover, the little filly actually photobombs the mom and Juliana. If you look right between them, you see her trying to squeeze her face in there saying, "Excuse me, I am the star of the show." Okay, so thank you so much, Juliana. Totally adorable.
And remember, for all things PA Harness Week, you can find us online at HarnessWeek.com. You can also find us on Facebook at Harness Week and on Twitter at PA Harness Week.
And we want to see your pictures right here on PA Harness Week. And if you want to see them here on the show, all you have to do is message us at HarnessWeek.com, or you can tag us on Twitter, tag us on Facebook. So we are really excited to see all of the pictures that are going to come in. Also, you might win a prize if we end up showing, yeah, maybe, if we love them enough. So come on, send them in.
It's been another great half hour. Thank you so much for joining us right here on NBC Sports Philadelphia. We'll see you next time, same place, right here on Saturday mornings.